Okay, so I am back with another DTA Superstar interview, and we have Srihita. Srihita, welcome to the DTA interview.
Hi everyone.
Yes, and Srihita has been with us since February. So Srihita, can you tell everyone who you are, where you're from, and what made you decide to join the DTA community?
Sure. Hey everyone, I'm Shrita. I'm currently in California and I work as an engineer here. And I like to spend my time painting, dancing. Dance is one of my favorite hobbies to do. I've been doing it as a kid and I still do it. Dancing, painting. I like going out on hikes. One thing that I want to do is I want to actually do backpacking trip too, which requires a lot of upper body strength. So um, that, and then I want to level up my fitness. I was trying different things like high intensity, and it gave me jumper's knee, so I stopped it. And I was doing yoga. I still continue yoga along with my strength training, and I wanted to build a strong mindset. So that's the reason why I thought having a good coach who will help me build those muscles and mindset would help. I thought it would help, and then I found Coach Pat, and then I started my journey, and I don't think I'll go back from there. It's only on and up from there.
Wow, we've got so much to unpack today. I was sitting around the last 2 hours, like getting ready for this call, and I'm like, wow, this is so much to share with the team. Um, so Srihita, you're living in California, you're single living by yourself, right? And you have
Yeah,
family back in India as well?
yeah. My family is back in India, but my extended family is here in California too, but not in the Northern California and Southern California.
Okay, beautiful. Just before we started the call, we were talking about her hiking experience the last few weeks. She's been hiking and she sent me photos just recently talking about like the next goal of hers. Obviously, we're trying to get stronger with the pull-ups, but she sent me some photos a few days ago of this big hike that she has coming up. It's like a 16-hour hike. And the funny thing is, and we're going to talk about it today, you've achieved so much with us and like you've been with us since February last year. But now that you have all these bigger goals, it's really cool to see you come full forward and talking about it. But let's take everyone back. You're totally different. So what was your biggest struggle back in February 2023 when you decided to join the DTA?
Yeah, honestly, first time when I did pull-ups, even before joining the DTA, before talking to Coach Pat, I was trying to do workouts by myself, and I tried to do pull-ups, and I couldn't even do pull-ups. How much ever try, I didn't even able to pull myself. But right now, today, this day, I can do one pull-up. Which and I mean, there is still a long way to learn, go there because I want to do at least 6 pull-ups by the end of the year. I'm doing at least one pull up, so which is I'm very proud of myself for that. And you can understand how far I've gone from being a girl, not being able to do push-ups to there. I wasn't even able to do most of the things that I'm doing today. I used to be so scared of weights because I had back injury, and I was so scared of weights. And I think instructor having a coach who would instruct us like, okay, you can do go from here. We can take weight slowly. I think that would help, and that's the best part. Yeah, I wasn't able to do even anything. I wasn't able to do um, pull-ups or maybe cable. Uh, uh, what is it called? Sorry, I can't
Cable
remember
rows?
any of the exercises.
That's all right.
Yeah, cable rows, and then all the back exercises. Even I wasn't even able to do the tricep exercise, the smallest ones too. I was so scared. I think that was the biggest thing back then.
I'm going to share something with everyone. I'm going to share my screen because I think telling everyone is one thing, but sharing and showing them is another. So I want everyone to see this. So you were talking about, getting strength in your back and you were a bit scared hurting your lower back. When we look at these photos, everyone, and especially for you, Sarita, when you look at this first photo of your back, like, do you remember like looking at your back here and thinking like, one day maybe I'll have a strong back. Like, do you remember this photo?
Yeah, I remember that photo and I was so sad by seeing that. Why? I mean, it's just flat. I don't have any muscle. And I used to feel my bones too. Like, like I was so skinny, but and also like I was having, I think, a lot of fat too back then.
Mm, yeah. And when you look at these photos, like even like your side photo, the posture, your waist, your belly, like when you look at this first photo, like tell me about your physical strength here. We'll start there. What was your physical strength like in the first photo?
Okay, it might sound silly. So I wasn't even able to squeeze a lemon with my hand. I used to always use a lemon squeezer back then. Now I'm able to do it with my hand. I that's the one thing I would say. I observed the difference between the first photo and second photo, and I can open many things now in my kitchen. Back then, I used to ask help for everyone. I used to ask my roommates help. Can you please open this? Can you please open this?
So you couldn't squeeze a lemon in the first photo. Okay. Uh, Now that's so funny. And talk to me about how strong you are in this photo compared to here.
Um, yeah, I think this photo is from last couple of weeks. The latest one. I think Uh, yeah, I've grown a lot and I can see the difference even when I'm doing yoga. Yeah, before I wasn't even able to do shoulder stand in yoga because you need a lot of arm strength to lift yourself up. But I think I'm able to do that now and I'm able to do many things that I wasn't able to do back then.
Mm. Even your stomach, like, have you noticed like belly fat, like your body fat percentage came down?
Yes, yeah, my body fat percentage went down and I think I'm at the place where I wanted to be 14 months back.
Yeah, that's really cool. I just want to show everyone the physical changes. Now, has there been anything you weren't expected to learn that has surprised you?
Um, I mean, after joining the DTA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are many things. First thing is how body behaves, like how muscle is formed. I think once when I was talking to you, like you told me how to like how the body behaves, like how muscle forms and how rest is important and how hydration is important and fuel is important. I think those are the things that actually surprised me. I was never a science student and I won't be. So I barely know all these things. And that was most surprising thing. And the other thing is like, I was able to figure out my gut issues, like what was troubling me. We were having like a journal, and then we were tracking what was troubling and what's not. That was one thing which I'm surprised because I thought only doctors who do a test would do it, but that actually helped me to identify my mm, trigger things, food. And another thing that actually surprised me is how having 30 grams of protein for every meal would help you stay strong. Yeah, I mean, stay full, strong in the gym and everything. Yeah, all these are surprising things for me after joining DTA.
Yes. Also, you're a vegan, right? Like you mostly
Yes.
eat a lot of vegan options, and we have a lot of vegan clients. So having protein intake 30 grams per meal, like we had to build that up. It took some time, but we got there, and that's why you're recovering from your workouts. It's been amazing. So we just checked recently. You recently hit 300 workouts with us. Like if you think back to the workouts you started with before and the workouts you started with now, like can you see and feel the difference when you're in the gym?
Yes, I can definitely feel the difference in terms of energy too. So first, when I joined, if I go gym in the evening, I used to feel so lethargic. I was like, I'll do just only half and will go back, or I'll just do it slowly, or I'll do less weights. And I didn't have that much energy back then, but I like working out in the mornings. But now, and at this point, like in my journey, even if I go in the evening, I'm able to still lift same weights, finish everything, and come back. I think the energy wise, it's amazing right now.
That's really cool. We talked about your nutrition a little bit. We talked about your training. We talked about your physical strength, your physical changes. What we didn't speak about, and something that we worked on a lot, was your mindset. Now, let's tell everyone and share what was some of the mindset challenges we had throughout the last 16 months together. Like, if you could think back to a time during the program where you just didn't feel like you wanted to keep going. I know a lot of women, like, sometimes it's hard, like, they don't have the support. Um, if they don't have a coach, like for you, what were some of the mindset challenges you had along the way?
So being a woman, firstly, is difficult because you have a lot of emotions that you have to work on, especially during the time of the month. I go crazy all over that time of the month, and I think having a person to talk to. My parents are so supportive. My brother too. My brother is one of my biggest supporters. Like he's my cheerleader. Whatever I do, stupid thing, he'll just support me. I think having people to talk to is actually important. And along with my family, my friends, and I've also had Coach Pat to talk to sometimes, like especially last year when in September, I think I was in very down state. I was literally hitting rock bottom, and I wanted to stop everything. And that's when actually Coach Pat helped me. He was trying to check in on me, giving me some tips, and he also suggested me some books to read. Um, yeah, I think I those books and then all the support that I received from the community as well. The community is also amazing. Whenever I feel like I don't have any options to snack options or food options to eat, they would just give me some suggestions. And having a great community, family, and friends is actually important because the world is very harsh, especially in terms of dating. So for someone who is young, just like me, or maybe not someone who is into the dating field, who wants to get things done and go forward in their life, I think it's important to have good support system.
Mhm. Yes. I remember that. I remember that call. You did hit rock bottom, and a lot of people do hit rock bottom. Sometimes when you hit rock bottom, you see like you're in a dark tunnel and you can't see the light. So it's more like a cry for help and you're yelling, but no one's there. So I've been at rock bottom before, so I could tell you were there. I'm like, oh, we need to talk. But it was only up to you whether you wanted to receive the advice I gave you, and you did. Like, I can't force you to do anything. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make the horse drink, and you decided to go all in. So what did rock bottom look like for you? Like what happened? Like how did you hit rock bottom? Like what specifically happened for you to get there?
Or to get to the rock bottom, or it gets going up.
No, let's be before we go up, because I know we're there now. I want people to know like what rock bottom looked like. Because some people, Sarita, some people quit. People hit rock bottom and they just quit. It's easier to quit. It's like I've been here before, rock bottom. I just give up. It's so much easier just to like struggle, right? They're used to it. So for you, what was rock bottom for you?
For me, rock bottom was I didn't feel like getting up and I didn't feel like the purpose in my life, like what am I doing? I didn't feel like anything. I was always going in the circle of thoughts like, okay, this is not good for me. I don't want this, something, everything is bad. And then I try to be positive, and then something happens, and then I again come back to the negative. So I was in this cycle of negativity, and then I was feeling not so good about the all the dating stuff going on. My parents were trying to set me up with few people, and it didn't go well. And people these days, I mean, I shouldn't say this, but people these days they don't respect each other. That's the basic thing as humans. And I was finding trouble there, and even at my work too. I was in a place where I was actually trying to get out. I mean, they were trying to get me away from the team, but still somehow my manager helped me again, thanks to her, and she got me into the team again. So that was there, and then my dating life, and then even physically too. Like I was stress eating, and then I was out of shape. The picture that we saw before, the back picture, I think it was from back then. I was out
Yeah.
of shape, out of shape and I had no purpose in life and it was completely a mess. Every day I would just get up with the thought that, I need to talk to my parents. They are important for me. I need to, talk to my brother. They're important for me. So I'm getting up. So that was my every day-to-day stuff, almost for a month. Then slowly going to the gym and then reading books and therapy and staying with only friends who matter to me actually helped me to go from there on.
Wow. Yeah, I remember we did a vision training for you. I was
Yeah.
I know what it feels like to be purposeless, and a lot of women,
I have my vision board too.
what's on the vision board?
My vision board has people that I love, I care about, and all my friends, family, and the community, and everyone who actually matter to me. And then I have places to visit, things to do, where I want to work, all those too.
That's amazing. Guys, for those that don't know, if you are listening to this and you're at rock bottom, the best thing you can do is write a vision board for your life of what you want and look at it every day. You start reprogramming your mind. Your subconscious mind is the most powerful mind that you have. It's the one that operates when you're not even trying to think of something, you know? So you can tell just by the way you're speaking how clear you are of what you want. But you had to work on it, and it was a daily practice. A lot of women or guys don't do the inner work. They just complain, oh, poor me, victim, oh, life is hard. Life is hard. We all can agree with that. What's even more difficult is not trying. Like that is more like having a doctor tell you, hey, if you keep going like this, you're going to be obese, you're going to have diabetes, you're going to have high cholesterol. I mean, that's more difficult. So you have to choose your heart. And you chose to get up, put your shoes on, get to the gym, do those pull-ups when you didn't feel that strong, eat the protein intake, write down in a journal like what was not sitting well with your gut when you had the gut health issues, like you did the work, you know? So that's really cool. What has the response been from family and friends in regarding your fitness journey?
Oh, my dad was so shocked last year when I went to India. We both went to gym. I did work out when I was in India on vacation too, until I could. So we both went to the gym and he saw me doing leg press and he was like, no, 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 don't do, you'll hurt yourself. And I'm like, Dad, I know what I'm doing. And he saw me doing it. I could see still in his eyes that, you know, he felt so proud of me and same thing with my brother too. Like my brother helps me in gym. Though he's not here, we always sometimes always like we video call and then he does his work and I do my work just for the presence. We just do that. And when I'm in gym, when I do that, he actually was proud of me the other day. He was like, wow, you've grown a lot. I've seen you where you were before. And even as a kid, he saw me as a kid and how clumsy I was as a kid. And he was like, wow, you've grown a lot. And he was also proud, and my mom too. Like I told my mom I was able to squeeze lemon. She was happy. Though it's silly, she was happy because I gave her tough time as a kid, like, please squeeze lemon. And I used to go behind her every time.
That's really funny. I love that. That's so amazing. Now, what is your one thing that you have improved on? Like, now, what I mean by that is like explain the way your clothes fit, like something improving in you physically, like are clothes fitting differently? Um, like talk to me about that.
Yeah, all my pants that I got last year, they don't fit me anymore. I have to wear them with either a belt or I have to just throw them. They were so nice, but still they don't fit me anymore. I think I've gone from last year around this time to now, like, in a year, I've gone two sizes down. In December or January, that's the first time when I went one size down. And then from then on, I had like a lot of setbacks, like with my health. So because of that, I went another size down. So I'm like two sizes down. It's nice. Um, but I'm also seeing that, like, I gain little muscle on my glutes too. So it's nice seeing that. And it makes me happy if I wear a nice fitted pant. And if I see that and if I compare myself, I feel so good. Um, yeah.
What are you wearing now that you weren't wearing before?
Shorts. Oh, I love shorts now. Before I used to be so insecure about my legs. And I used to wear it as a kid. I never had any insecurity. But then something happened, and then when I gained weight, stopped wearing those, and I started wearing them again. Like even to gym, I wear shorts. Like outside, I wear shorts. Even at home.
That's really cool. So shorts for the first time. That's amazing. Now for someone that's listening to this, someone that was in where you were before, maybe struggling with their diet, struggling because they've been weak their whole life, they don't feel physically strong. Because they don't feel physically strong, maybe mentally, they give up very easily. They try, but it's like, oh, it's too hard, and they don't push. Like, what advice would you have for someone that it were in the same position as you? Like, in terms of like, what advice do you have for the training or even the nutrition or their mindset? Like, what advice would you have for someone like that?
I would just say that do your stuff and don't expect the results. Just keep working. I mean, that is something I've learned, especially this year, from year starting. How much ever you do, how much ever you force, things don't change sometimes. So all you can do is focus on what you have to do, bend your head, keep working, be it like work or food or fitness or your health or anything. Just give all your 100% and work on it and don't expect anything.
Mm, put your 100% in and don't expect anything. I love that. That's really cool. Now there's a lot of people, they kind of know what to do, but they don't know how to do it. It's like, oh, I think I need to train at the gym. I think I need to eat protein, but they don't know how. And some people are not very comfortable investing in their coach. They think money, gas, inflation, rent, fines. You've invested quite a bit of money into your own personal development and in your own health and your fitness. What advice do you have for someone that is like not sure about investing into a coach? Like, what would you say to that?
Oh, I'm very big on self-care. Like I do have a good self-care routine at the end of the day to unwind. So I actually buy a lot of good stuff for my skin, for my hair, and for my health. Like even all, I mean, you know that the vegan protein is like very expensive. I can say that vegan protein almost costs me like $70 a month. Not 70, sorry, $150 a month, including my protein powder and then my vegan food and everything. That's a lot. Like if you take compared to chicken or fish or anything, it's a lot. Like if you compare it, I'm very big on self-care and I do yoga and inner work, do breath work and everything. I would say that is more important than any other things. Like you can have house, you can have car, but you can still survive without those, but you can't survive without yourself. You are
Mm,
very important.
that's really cool to hear. I feel like I'm talking to a completely different person. It's quite incredible 1 year ago. Quite incredible. It's really cool. Um, Now, for anyone that's wanting to join the Dream Team Academy, and they're like, I've heard about the DTA, I heard about the DTA superstars. I see all these results on Coach Pat's Instagram, but like, tell me, what is it? Like, what's going on? I don't know about online coaching. I don't know about following macros. Like, what advice do you have for someone that's thinking about investing into their own personal training and getting actual fitness advice?
Yeah, in the beginning, online training is scary because you don't know if you don't lift properly, you might get injuries in the gym, and it's actually scary. But you can work out and then send videos in the team, and then you can, if at all, if one of your friends is randomly working in the gym, you can just tell them to help you when you're doing some stuff which you're scared in the beginning. And I think coming to the food, yeah, I think the app has a very good option of having different meal plans. If you see that, you get an idea, like sort of like, okay, how much should I add for how much protein should I get, like, and all those. And I think I initially followed that as my starting point, and then I was trying to write it down, and then now I kind of know that okay, if I put this much amount of food, like rice or like oil or ghee or butter, I get this much of things. I'm able to figure out that, but I think in the beginning it's really hard. Maybe following and taking help from the community would be actually helpful.
Yes. Well, Sarita, thank you so much for doing this. I know that it would have inspired thousands of women. I have a lot of Indian people like reach out to me that are from America, Canada, the UK, Australia. And for them, they're used to like getting personal training in India. But like going into America or Canada, working on with an online coach, it's like scary to them. So, and a lot of vegans as well. They're like, how do I get my protein into? I don't know what to follow. And someone like you has done it. You know, you went through the whole program, you were invested, and the next 6 months, like the things that we worked on the last year and a half is completely different to what we're going to work on the next 6 months, which is like scary. Like we don't know what you're capable of now. Like you're a whole different person. So very excited about that. So once again, me, DTA community, everyone that's going to watch this on my YouTube channel, we want to say thank you for inspiring us and showing us what 1% better looks like.
Thank you very much, Pat, Coach Pat, and then all the community members. Yeah, I really mean it because there were times when I was low and the community helped me. Yeah.
Thank you.